Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Learn to Speak English at Gene podcast, where we explore the little things that make a big difference in our lives. I'm Jean, and with me is my co host, Alex. How are you today, Alex?
Hi, Gene. I'm doing great. Thanks. Excited to dive into today's topic. It's one that's really close to my heart.
Absolutely. Today, we're talking about self care versus selfishness. It's an interesting discussion because there's often a fine line between taking care of ourselves and being perceived as selfish.
Definitely. I think it's important to start by recognizing that self-care is all about maintaining our well-being, so we can be our best selves for ourselves and those around us. It's like the airplane oxygen mask analogy. You have to secure your own mask before helping others.
Exactly, Alex. But it's easy to get caught up in the idea that by focusing on our own needs, we're neglecting others. That's where the confusion with selfishness can come in.
Right, and it's crucial to balance this. Selfishness is when we prioritize our needs at the expense of others, without considering the impact on them. Self-care, on the other hand, is about finding that balance where we look after ourselves while still being considerate of others' needs.
Well said, Alex. It's about setting healthy boundaries and knowing that saying no sometimes is okay. It's not about shutting others out, but making sure you're not stretched too thin.
Yes, and I think it's also important to remember that everyone's self-care looks different, and that's okay. What works for one person might not work for another, and that's why it's personal. Jean, why do you think people often confuse the two?
That's a great question, Alex. I think it largely stems from a cultural misunderstanding that taking time for ourselves means neglecting others. But prioritizing self-care is crucial for maintaining our mental health and overall.
Absolutely. So, how can we prioritize self-care without feeling guilty?
One key is to reframe our mindset. Understand that self-care isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Start small, like taking a few minutes each day to breathe or engage in a hobby. Recognize that by caring for yourself, you're actually able to be more present and supportive for others.
That's powerful advice. And when discussing self-care, what are some common phrases people can use?
Phrases like, I need some time to recharge, or taking care of my mental health is important to me, can help. It's about being honest and clear about your needs.
Speaking of being clear, do you have tips for communicating these needs assertively?
Definitely. It's important to use I statements, like, I feel overwhelmed and need some quiet time. This approach is less confrontational and more about expressing your own needs.
Those are excellent tips. Remember, listeners, self-care is not selfish. By prioritizing yourself, you're setting yourself up to be the best version of you.
Well said, Alex.
Don't forget to take care of yourselves this week, and join us next time for more insightful conversations.
See you next time, everyone.
Take care till next time.